Welcome back to Inchoate, a side story of Splinters of a Broken Sun, which is an actual play podcast, the movie, the game. I'm Matt, your friendly guide. I often go by ARP, and we have a cunning cast of characters to join with us to solve a mystery today. And that cast of characters consists of Velvet.
Was that cunning a dig at Veronica?
Maybe.
Hello everyone, I'm OG Brown Sugar, and I play Veronica Sterling, like the silver.
And what is her favorite genre of music?
J-pop.
J-pop, of course it is. And speaking of J-pop, Maria. Who's playing Maria?
Speaking of J-pop, I'm Keekers, and somehow now Maria canonically has a J-pop fan site. Maria Costco is a fan of K-pop.
Okay. Rival pop scenes.
We've got the dueling pop scenes, yeah.
Okay. And we have also got Jason.
I'm playing Mark Calloway, and my favorite genre of music is emo, through and through. Anything that cuts deep with that raw, angsty emotion of the early 2000s. It's timeless.
Right.
Mark will pierce the veil to bring you the horizon.
You know, he is the doctor. I'm surprised he doesn't listen to the pure or former doctor.
Not emotional enough.
Okay.
How many Fall Out Boy albums does Mark own?
Like, how many different albums or how many total copies?
Let's say both.
Well, in this universe, Fall Out Boy never really lost momentum. Has put out 12 studio albums. And Mark owns, on vinyl, laserdisc, CD, cassette tape, and digital download, in total, approximately 98 copies of Fall Out Boy albums.
Wow. 98 degrees of inspiration.
Absolutely. He's also into my 98 degrees, so that's a guilty pleasure.
Okay. And last but not least, we have Michael Blood.
Hi everyone, I play Roger Conde. His favorite genre is industrial synth death pop.
Industrial synth death pop.
Despot. He really likes dystopian rulers.
Big fan. All right. And when we last left off, there had been a series of serial murders in addition to a bunch of mysterious break-ins. And the serial murders had gone from sort of a ritualistic style, including surgical removal of organs, to potentially related, but not necessarily that we know related, locked room murders that take place at the same time as the tower appears. Also, there's a mysterious tower that only your characters apparently can see that shows up in the city. Just in case there weren't enough things going on, all of you were at Candy's Pizza at 1 a.m. on Monday, which is usual tower time, and suddenly there was a time skip, and then you were in Veronica's penthouse at 8 a.m. on Monday, and you had lost that time. There was another murder that night, and you have begun your investigation. Roger, in your conspiracy dungeon, you discovered that there is a line you can plot that goes through most of your dwellings, as well as several of the murders, on two different axes. So, having found a pattern like that, it is perhaps time for you to regroup with the rest of the team and begin your investigation wheresoever you all choose to begin it.
I imagine that now Veronica and Maria are in the hearse, and Maria has started a phone call so she doesn't have to talk to Veronica anymore, to check in with her roommate because she never came home last night.
Okay. So you're on the phone, you give a call, and you get a reply. Go for Anthony.
Hey, Anthony, how are you?
Hey, Maria. I'm doing great. Where are you?
I fell asleep at the pizza place last night.
Fell asleep at the pizza place? What about your dog?
I don't know. He didn't wake me up.
That's real strange. Your dad called me because you didn't come home. He was all worried.
How did he know I didn't come home?
Well, I told him. I was worried too.
Yeah, I figured that's why I let you know as soon as I woke up. I don't know when I'm gonna be back. I have some work to do.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah. Just, kinda shaken up a little. There was another murder last night.
Were you there?
No, I told you I slept the whole night. Passed out at the pizza place.
Ah, you just didn't. The murders got you shaken up.
Yeah.
Well, all right. You sure you don't want to come home, get some rest? I got some pasta on.
It's like 9 a.m. Why are you bullying pasta already?
Well, I gotta make it, so it'll be ready for lunch.
You trying to be a walking stereotype?
What are you talking about? Everybody loves pasta.
Yeah, I get it.
All right. Well, if you're not coming home, I'm gonna get to work.
Yeah, I'll probably swing by later.
Okay, give me a call. You should probably send your daddy a text.
Yeah, I will.
All right.
She just hangs up and then texts her dad and says, sorry, fell asleep at Candy's Pizza last night. Roger didn't want to wake me up.
Oh, sure, just blame Roger.
I was so peaceful. She was so peaceful. And she, well, yeah, that's it. She just texted him that.
Well, Missy, I'm glad you got off the phone there, because this is my jam. I don't know if we can air any of that.
Gosh.
So. That's as much as we can put.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, I crank it up. Windows down, sunroof open.
It was a legally distinct emo pop ballad. Completely, it was dimensional. It's just really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm Just a Child by Easy Lesson. I don't know.
I'm just a child, and life is okay, sorta.
Maria, you get a text from Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
It says goodbye with a frowny face. Another one, where are your manners?
She texts him.
This isn't a TV show.
Texts him back.
People say goodbye when they're done on the phone. Just these texts keep coming in.
She's gonna text him the smiley face, like the just blank smiley face look, like the with a straight line mouth. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
I would think by this point we would swing around in front of Roger's Pizza Place.
Yeah. Did you drive through a portal?
I did not, but
Okay.
I did drive erratically and through alleys.
What does Veronica think of this driving?
I would first of all like to say that Veronica changed while the dog was being taken out. She is now rocking pigtails, Doc Martens, torn leggings, and this like obnoxious like highlighter yellow duster.
Oh, perfect.
And when the drive, right?
Mm-hmm. Ready to riot.
And when the driving becomes especially erratic, she'll just stick her upper body out of the sunroof.
We're prom! Best out of the lives!
It's all downhill from here.
Woo!
My body's gonna start decomposing.
It's 9:30. Please stop.
Maria gives both of them like really like just confused looks, like, what am I getting myself into? Why are these the only people who also see the tower?
What is Maria wearing? What's her outfit for the day?
Well, she's still wearing the same clothes she fell asleep in. The only difference
Yeah, of course.
is that she was wearing last night. Yeah. But the only difference is now, instead of wearing her, like, hold on, let me look at the outfit she was wearing. Yeah, so she's wearing like more sheer leggings, brown boots, aqua blue top, and like green skirt. And the only difference is now the black like leather jacket type thing she was wearing is now tied around her waist instead of wearing it.
Okay. And what about Mark? What's your driving outfit?
Mark is wearing black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just the color. Are you wearing a big sensor bar?
Mm-hmm. 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 Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm. No, he's wearing black skinny jeans with black. He'd be wearing Doc Martens. And then kind of a tight black tee with a black leather jacket. And also, he's got a cool diamond stud.
Where?
Both ears. He's got a diamond stud in both ears.
Okay. Those are the ones that we can see. I'm sure he's got more.
Yeah, for sure.
I forgot one important detail.
If somebody rolls high enough on their investigate, they'll find that the shirt has nipple ripples.
Oh my.
Yeah.
What's the detail you forgot there? For Veronica.
She's got the obnoxious Kanye West like shutter bar sunglasses.
Oh my
She
gosh.
can't see jack, but she looks great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's to block out the haters.
You got a dog in your purse, or what's going on? Little chihuahua?
It's like a stuffed animal dog. She still has it, but it's not real.
It's a robotic dog. It's an Aibo Mark V.
It's a Tamagotchi, and she has to resuscitate it like every 5 minutes.
You have to shake it violently to bring it back.
Maria's gonna look at Veronica's shutter shades, and she's just kind of gonna look at the dog, like, giving the dog, like, a look, like, I wish you understood what I was trying to tell you telepathically-wise, but please take those shades from her and chew on them.
Medoro wags his tail twice and then lies back down. All right. When you pull up in front of Candy's, do you honk the horn? Do you text him? Do you get out like a civilized person?
I'll text him. Hey,
Okay.
Craig. Or sorry, I don't know why I did that voice. Hey, Craig.
Yeah, boss.
Yeah, text Mr. Roger. Should be Roger, open parentheses, pizza, okay, close parentheses.
I am preparing to send that text. What do you want to say?
We're outside.
Text has been sent.
Thank you.
You received that text, Roger.
Roger shoves the burner back in his cargo pants and ushers the dude who was sleeping in the middle of the restaurant out of the front door as he tries to leave.
Okay. Roger, you emerge onto the street. What do we see you wearing as you do?
I'm wearing tan cargo pants, dad sandals, very sweaty forehead, and a t-shirt that says I love pizza with sweat stains around the neck and armpit.
Mm-hmm. We got high fashion all around in this crew.
For some reason now I'm just seeing your character as Bob from Bob's Burgers.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
That's very appropriate.
Did your significant other, like, drink wine all the time? Is that where all the bottles of Chianti came from?
I don't kiss and tell, but maybe.
Everyone's in the hearse. You are heading where?
Were we going to the tower, or are we going to check out this? At this point, nothing's come up on my phone about the murder.
Just that it's happened. That's all the detail that's been released so far.
All right. Roger.
Roger wants to clue in the gang about how everything seems to lie on two axes, and that the axes intersect at Veronica's penthouse apartment.
All right, so do that.
Did Roger have any information on the preceding murders to these three?
I would have just gotten the general information of them. I probably would have toured the locations at some point in the nebulous.
Would the locations, though, have provided any sort of interesting insight in relation to these murders and the tower, or is there no connection? I guess it's more of a question for Matt.
If you want to investigate the previous murder scenes, you are welcome to do so. You know where they are.
And I think that we could do that, or we could go to the most recent one.
Well, will we be able to access the most recent murder scene? Won't there be police?
Well, I could. I might have to eat somebody, but could.
Okay.
You're not eating anyone, Roger.
Well,
We could totally do it. I could just go anywhere I want.
All right, am I here? We're heading to the murder site now?
It's absolutely true. Veronica could just walk in.
Maria just writes next to...
I do what I want.
Maria, puts in, starts to write teleportation next to Veronica's name and then realizes, oh, and then stops, scratches it out.
Privilege.
It's a power all on its own.
Mm-hmm.
My mythos is capitalism.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Invisible hand. Oh, yeah.
All right, am I heading to this murder site or what, folks? All right, buckle up. Yeah, Mark guns it.
We're all in agreement, Roger. You aren't eating anyone.
I mean, I'm not.
Okay.
So which site are you going to? The first, second, or third?
Third murder site.
First and second are probably not really under guard right now, and the third, as you said, will definitely be full of cops, first responders, reporters, all that. But you're going there?
Is that where we're going?
Maybe we should hit them up in order? I have no idea.
You can go to them in any order you want.
Want to roll a 1d3?
No. Don't worry, I got this. We're heading to the first murder site. And I punch it down an alley, and we'll, for the sake of time, portal it up.
Okay. You're downtown. You're outside a sort of a brownstone-style house. As far as you can tell, it looks empty. But with the way the economy's going in the city, it won't be long before someone buys it, either to live there or to tear it down and build condos.
All right, guys, gals, everyone, basically. If this door's wood, I can get us all in.
All right, well, I don't know how y'all do things around here, but I say we canvass the area, get inside the murder scene, see if anything stands out. We'll check murder scene number 2, draw any connections, and then see if we can connect those to the third site later on today when maybe the police presence is a little lower.
Good idea.
Is the door locked?
The door is locked. It's a wooden door.
I can open locked doors. Could I open it?
If you can open locked doors, then yes, you can.
It's one of my power tags.
Maria, though, first touches the door to check to see if it's wood or not.
It's wood.
Okay.
Okay, the door swings open. Inside is it's a nice, you know what a brownstone looks like inside, right? Do I need to paint you a picture?
A word picture.
All right, you got stairs going up to the front door. You go in, there's a fairly narrow entranceway, stairs heading up on the right. Go straight through and you get to a living room, kitchen in the back. Screen door with a, what's the word I'm looking for? Gate? With a gate over it to prevent robbers. Leads out to a small backyard. There's some withered grass there. That's it on the first floor.
All right, everyone, if anyone asks why we're here, Veronica's looking at this place to see if she can re-renovate it. Flip it, because she's the bankroller. Roger, you're the one who, you're going to be one of the contractors. I will be the secretary or something. And I don't know about Mark.
All right. Let's roll out.
Mark can just be the chauffeur.
Sounds about right. I want to bring up on my phone notes that were released to the public, like the things that were important about the crime scene that were released to the public. So what kind of things might that be? Like, where was the murder exactly in the home? Details about the victim, so on and so forth.
Okay. So it sounds like you want to investigate.
I do.
Are you just going to wander around here? Or are you trying to be sneaky about it? What's your plan?
Well, I think right now I just want to investigate, like, the public record.
Oh, so you're going to pull up on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So what have you got that will help you with an investigate roll?
Pretty much nothing.
Okay.
Unless it has something to do with the murder itself, like the way the victim died, then my knowledge of anatomy would come into play.
Okay. So there's this has been heavily publicized. There's been a lot of leaks about the first murder. So you get 1 power for that. So you can add plus 1 power for it being a well-publicized event, and then you roll investigate.
Ooh.
Okay.
That was a miss.
Oh, I rolled a miss.
Yeah, you rolled a 4, unfortunately, which means I can make an MC move. While you are looking around on your phone, you receive a message on one of your messenger services that you're using. And the messenger service says, your location history is still on. It's from an anonymous user.
All right. I'll keep that to myself, but I'll turn my location services off.
Okay. You do that.
But I will say to the rest of the group, hey, y'all. I mean, if we want to be sneaky about this, if you got your cellular devices, you might want to switch those into airplane mode, or at least turn off your GPS tracker.
Roger has already taken a GPS tracker.
Maria goes to do that.
Can't slum if you're being tracked. It's already off on Veronica's.
So you're not able to find any new information from your searching on your phone. Just the stuff, surgical precision. Looks like it was a single strike. It was in a locked room. None of the rooms down here are locked.
Okay, so none of them would be the room.
All right. Well, I want to search the house for a locked room then.
Yeah, I mean, Maria will say, everyone, just so you know, if we find the room, I could probably ask it a couple questions.
Well, that's all well and good, but we got to find the room first.
Roger starts heading up the stairs.
They creak.
Mark will follow.
Oh, Roger creeps without a sound.
Okay.
Mark is loud and bumbly.
Yeah, they creak under Mark then.
I imagine that at this time, Maria has noticed that her dog looks at Mark weird, and she's kind of like, so what mythological thing are you associated with?
Oh, dear, you don't got to be too concerned about that stuff. Just know that me and the Green Reaper we're pretty tight, and I love me some dogs.
In the notebook, Maria writes down next to his name, Charon or Karen or whatever the Greek barge keeper.
Karen?
Yeah, Karen. That stupid H is silent, so anyway, she writes that down, ? Next to his name.
All right.
Because if you will remember, he worked with Cerberus.
He did. On the second floor, there are 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. That is all that's up here. All the doors are closed.
Do any of those doors have locks on them?
Yeah.
Yes. All of them.
All right. Do Maria and Veronica follow us up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Maria follows it up. When she sees that they all have locks, she kind of like stretches her arms out and pulls into her purse. Like she pulls this thing. If y'all were Mundies or mundane, you would see that she just pulled out a very large, like glittery looking pencil. But since you guys are Rifts as well, you see that it's like a magic wand. And she's like, okay. Which room do we ask first?
Well, hold your horses, Missy. The easiest way to do this is the easiest way to do this. Mark.
Okie dokie.
Attempts to open a door. Mark just tries to open a door.
Okay, you open a door. It's not locked.
All right. Say, the easiest way to do this is the easiest way to do this. Let's just see if any of these doors are locked. I want to try and open all these doors.
All the doors are unlocked, but they all have locks.
Okay. So that doesn't narrow it down at all. Now, you said you can ask a room a question?
Well, the way it works is, any of you ever see Pinocchio?
Now, I'm a human being with a human heart. So, of course, the answer to that question is yes.
All right. Well, I can ask the doors if they're wood, or something in there if it's wood. Make it alive and ask it what it saw.
All right, well, and is there a limit on the number of times you can do this?
Not exactly, but it's only a limited amount of time.
Well, time, as we stated before, is of the essence. Now, I love to chit-chat. It's one of the perks of the job, but I don't want to spend my time talking to too many chairs, if you know what I mean. I say we try and suss out which one of these rooms might be the one where the murder transpired, and then we can start asking some questions.
Can we just like open and see if there's like blood stains on the floor in these rooms?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Okay. Do an investigate. Whoever's looking for the blood.
Can we help these rolls at all?
Oh, probably. What are the rules for helping in here? I'm just going to say add 1 power for a person who's helping you.
Well,
Roger's good at finding blood.
if Roger's good at finding blood, I'll help him out.
Okay. So what tags have you got that'll help you with this?
Is that a question to Roger?
Yeah, he's leading the way.
I guess still the tracking from Jack Falls Down.
Okay. Anything else?
Better in the dark? Is it dark in here?
No, it's daytime and there's a window.
Darn. Maybe can we use a crew power tag?
Anything from your mythos that might help with this?
Actually, no. Other than better in the dark. Guess, yeah, just tracking.
Is there a limit to how many people can help?
I'm gonna say 1.
So I think it's honestly just tracking, and then the one from one person helping.
Okay. Give it a shot. Okay. You got an 8, which is a mild success again, which means you got 2 clues here. So you can trade those 1 for 1 to ask me questions.
Which one of these rooms had the murder take place in?
It is one of the bedrooms, the one further towards the back, the largest bedroom. There is a... Sorry, that's the end of that answer.
And can I phone a friend?
Yeah, if you want to outsource, I mean, you can get advice or help from others to figure out what question you want to ask.
Well, because Mark helped, I believe. I'll pass that over to Jason.
How ethereal can these questions be?
Ask me a question and I'll tell you whether or not I can answer it.
What's a piece of evidence that the Mundy police officers overlooked?
Here?
Yes.
Let's see. How is Mark at magic, sensing magic?
He's definitely got a smell for it.
Okay. There is magical residue in this room. It's very faint, just wisps of it left. But there is some magical residue here, which is vaguely reminiscent of how it, I guess, kind of smells or feels when there has been one of your portals somewhere. It's not the same, but it's vaguely reminiscent of that.
Like a vaguely reminiscent of that sulfury brimstone.
Yeah, if that's the smell.
Oh, it is. It's very Nightcrawler.
There's some of that lingering in this room. That's something the police officers would not have noticed.
All right. I guess we're in this room, and I assume Roger kind of pointed us in this direction. Roger, you tell us that this is the room, and I come in and, well, folks, this ain't no Monday room. There's something magical going on here. I could smell it.
All right, well, we got our room. Do I have to roll and investigate to see, like, what object, like, would be best to, quote-unquote, awaken?
No. No, I mean, there are wooden objects in the room. You look for one that has a good view. You can, in this room, you can see that there is still faint remnants of a blood stain on the right wall.
Okay.
That's the wall closest to the hallway, of a blood spatter at about neck height of an average person. There's a bit of old blood spatter there. It looks like people have been working on cleaning it up, though.
Okay, so can we say, like, on the left wall there might be, like, a dresser, or...
Sorry, I lost you. On the left wall there might be... a giraffe?
A dresser.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, so, that's what she's gonna try to bring alive to ask questions.
Okay.
So what should I roll for that? That's just,
I don't think you have to roll for that. That's your power. You do that.
Okay.
How many minutes or how many questions do you get when you do this?
Well, I think that this would last, like, 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Like, 1 minute if she's asking the questions, 2 minutes if other people are asking the questions.
Okay. So the dresser, the handles on the top 2 drawers sort of rotate a bit, and then they open like eyes. And the bottom dresser drawer starts opening and closing. It says, "Oh, good afternoon. How are you today?"
Pretty good.
That's phenomenal. That's so good.
Can y'all field the question? I'm slipping into Southern. Can you all, ask the questions here? It'll last longer if I can just focus. Did you guys hear me?
Yeah. Well, sorry, I'm a little flabbergasted. I ain't never talked to a bureau before. I mean, other than the Federal Bureau, but that's neither here nor there.
Are you sure you don't mean chifferobe?
No, I'm not sure.
I don't rightly recognize that word.
Now,
Come on, it's like the word they say 50 times in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Kill a Mockingbird, yeah.
Now,
He had to bust up an old chifferobe.
all right, I got a question. I'm going to be accidentally using an accent when I'm trying to speak to the Master of Ceremonies here. But can I investigate the blood spatter in order to devise a question? Like, if I can't necessarily think of a great question, could I investigate and get to ask you what question I should ask the Bureau?
So you're asking the Bureau what it saw, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Let's do that first. Hey, Bureau, what'd you see on the night of 3 weeks ago today?
Well, I'm a dresser.
Well, sorry. Let me address you properly.
Ha ha ha.
This is deeply unsettling, but Mr. Dresser.
Just imagine you're in Beauty and the Beast.
You think this is unsettling? You should see what's in my top drawers. Ha ha ha.
Veronica just starts snorting because she got the dresser joke too late.
All right. Dresser, what did you see on the night of 3 weeks ago today, or the morning of? I mean, there was a murder in here. I don't want to beat around the bush. But what'd you see when that person was killed?
I'm glad that you specified that because as an object of furniture, I have no concept of time. But I did see somebody die.
I have no concept of time, but I understand death.
Now, who'd you see die?
The person who lives here.
And that person would be, is this something I would know? Common knowledge? The identity?
Yeah, the first victim's name is common knowledge.
What's the victim's name?
Her name was Kareem.
Can I just do a quick recollection check here? Did I drive Kareem in the time before their murder?
No.
Okay. That is good to know. All right, so you saw Kareem murdered. Can you tell me who did that?
Yes. It was another human.
That's real great. I don't want to discourage you. I'm going to need a little bit more than that. Can you give me some details about this human being?
The human stepped out of the air. The human slashed Kareem, and then the human stepped back into the air.
Now, when you say the air, did it look like a nothing, or did it look like a this? And I manifest a small portion.
It did not look like that. It was the air.
All right. Now, what?
It was very fast.
Very fast. Now, do you have any idea why Kareem might have been murdered?
She can be very annoying.
Now, in what way are we talking here? Like the kind of like obnoxious empty bottles everywhere in their apartment, blacking out every weekend, kind of annoying? Or that's an unrelated. This is just a general question. He says to the room. This is a real general question. Or like the kind of annoying. Like what kind of annoying are we talking here?
I did not like her karaoke.
Did she sing My Way the wrong way? Was it not your way?
It was all bad.
Maria is just like looking at Roger like, huh?
You know where
The killer's hair was very long.
and what color was that hair?
The color of the hair was brown. Brown.
Okay.
Like me.
Like you. All right. No, that's good. That's real good. You're doing great, by the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate you letting all this information out when I know you're built to hold it all in,
You've got about 10 seconds. You can start to see it beginning to revert to wood form or solid wood form.
Can you give me any other defining characteristics of this assailant?
Short. And its mouth ceases to be a mouth. It is a dresser once again.
All right. I hate to intrude. Now, I'm normally a gentleman, but I got to know what's in these top drawers after that comment. And Mark reaches into the top drawers and ruffles around, looking for clues.
There are no clues in there, just clothes and other things that adults might keep in the top drawers of the dresser next to their bed.
Mark takes the gun.
No, I think we're talking about something made out of latex or rubber.
All right.
Oh, no.
Veronica starts waving it around. This is a latesy lightsaber.
Roger leaves. Roger leaves the universe.
All right.
Maria just looks at Veronica and is like, "You're gonna want to wash your hands after touching that."
Okay, outside, you hear the distinctive "Whoop" of a police siren.
Roger turns into an inky black mass on the wall. and hides behind the dresser.
Seriously, Roger.
Mark goes and checks the window, sneakily.
You see there's a police cruiser outside. There's 2 cops inside, and they're talking to each other, but it looks like they're getting ready to get out.
All right, everybody. We're gonna have to do our best to get out of here. Looks like Johnny Law has stumbled upon us, and I don't know about you, but he ain't no friend of mine.
Can you do a portal not with your car?
Yeah. But you know, I don't want to do this under pressure. It doesn't always go well for me. We can slink out the back door, maybe loop around while they come inside. We might be doing ourselves a favor. Roger, you're that inky black mass on the wall, right?
The dresser starts to rumble.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Now, oh boy. All right. Does anybody have any object or abilities going to help us get out of this sticky situation?
We're not in a sticky situation. Everyone loves me. We're gonna be fine.
One of the officers, if you're still looking out the window, one of them is walking in a circle around your car.
Okay.
The other one is coming up to the front door.
Let's all go downstairs.
Everyone hears a very deep growl.
Okay, everyone, let's go downstairs, and then we'll go back to our cover story of us looking at Veronica wanting to look around the place because she wants to buy it and flip it.
I do have a question. This might be a little insensitive. Is Veronica white?
Wonder Bread.
Oh, we're going to be fine, everybody. We're going to be just fine.
There's a knock at the door.
Roger starts to slide down the stairs until he hides under the floor mat.
Veronica's just gonna swing the door open.
There's a police officer there. He's young. He looks to be about 22. He's got his hair in a buzz cut, aviator sunglasses, mustache. As you swing open the door, he pulls his gun out of its holster with a yelp. He hasn't shot it at you, but he is holding his gun.
He knocked on the door. I mean, he's got to be expecting something.
Just unfazed, she'll just look at him and be like, "Hi."
Oh my gosh, no! No, don't bring those demons here.
He says, hello, ma'am. I'm so, and he starts putting his gun back in its holster. His partner comes up behind him. She's older. She's in her 30s. She's got her hair back in a ponytail, and she gives him like a look with a capital L pointedly at his hand with the gun in it, and he's sheepishly trying to put it back in his holster, but he keeps missing. And they look at you and they're like, ma'am, are you aware this is a crime scene?
I was. That's why I came to look at it. I was going to see if I could buy it and maybe make it into like a haunted bed and breakfast, because people always want to go to spooky places.
A haunted bed and breakfast. This is the site of an active investigation, ma'am. It's not something you can buy right now. Maybe once we've put away this serial killer, but you want to buy a murder site?
She looks absolutely aghast. She's like, somebody's murdering cereal?
The older officer is trying very hard not to put her head in her hands. The younger officer is clearly, he's getting himself back on his more confident footing now. He's like, oh, okay, I know how to deal with in his mind, I know how to deal with a dumb woman. Ha ha ha. Puts his gun away and stands up straighter. Yeah.
While Veronica is distracting the police, I trust that Roger's going to be able to get away, but I grab Maria by maybe the elbow, like gently, and be like, sweetheart, you're gonna want to follow me real quick. And I want to make a portal back to an alleyway, just like around the corner from where the car is parked. And then when we emerge the other side, I'm gonna tell her to go get in the car. I'll unlock it, but then I'm gonna go buy a hot dog from a street vendor,
Okay. So right now, there actually is the threat of you being discovered. These are the 2 police officers you can see. You don't know how many are here.
Mm-hmm.
So before you can form a portal, you're going to need to face danger to keep it together. And that is, there's a status here. It's going to be discovered. And you are going to need to roll. And if you have any tags that will help you do this in a sneaky way or hold yourself together, keep your calm, that's what you're going to want to apply.
Okay, so I'm going to apply Slick Holy, aka my play on Mick Foley, and that's just like my ability to kind of like escape quickly.
Okay.
Also, like I would imagine, I would have like a police scanner app on my phone because then I would be able to monitor the best routes. So I will use that knowledge with my power tag, the Big Chauffeur. And I feel like those are the only 2 that probably apply. So I'm going to click Sneak Around then.
Okay. No, you're doing Face Danger.
Face Danger. Okay. All right.
So one of the uses of Face Danger is to keep your cool in a tough situation. Okay, you did it.
Yay.
You got a great success with an 11.
Nice.
All right. So you are not discovered. You're able to take those actions you described. You're in an alleyway getting a hot dog now.
All right. And in order to not pay full price for the hot dog, I just walk up to the vendor and say, "Hey, give me a dog." And then I pay $2 as opposed to $4.
Okay.
That's real life New York experience, people.
It's true.
Okay. Fortunately, the hot dog vendor is from wherever this version of New York is, rather than this city, which is decidedly not New York.
Oh, yeah, for
And
sure.
They recognize your game.
Oh, for sure. And no, it's very much a city accent, right? You know, most people, like when you listen to the sports talk radio for the city Caucasians, like they're always like, you know, speaking in that dialect.
Right. Okay. So that just leaves Veronica. How are you going to get away from these police?
Well, I'll shout from across the street when I like coming with my hot dog, and I'll see the officers talking to Veronica. I'll be like, "Oh, miss, are you still needing a ride away from this place? I got my lunch, but like, it looks like you're having an altercation. You're in a bit of a situation there."
The police spin around, and seeing you, they both put their hands on their guns. And they say, "Mark William Calloway, you're under arrest.
Oh, what? Now what for?
You're a person of interest in the investigation of an ongoing series of murders."
What? Now why would that be?
"You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you." They start reading you those rights as they approach with their hands on the hilts of their guns. The older officer has a pair of handcuffs out.
This is not what I expected.
I have a question.
I can eat them.
To be fair, though, I would have suspected myself of these murders if I didn't know myself.
Matt,
Yeah.
can I affect more than one person at a time with my powers?
I don't know, can you? You might need to stop holding back if you want to try that.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay. When you try to use your abilities in a way or scale you've never attempted before, I will choose one stake and write it on a piece of paper out of sight. Stake. Okay. So
16 ounce.
Yeah, there's a series of stakes here.
Filet
If
mignon.
Roger can eat the whole thing, we don't have to pay for it.
No worries.
So you can see what the possible stakes are under the stop holding back move. There are 4 possible stakes. I have picked one, and I'm going to write it down here. And you can start thinking of what tags you want to use on this.
I mean, I think I can use 2 off the bat. So, all right. So for my subversion, Princess of Mischief, I can probably use let's be friends, best friends, and would you kindly? And those are my illusionary appearance and hypnotic suggestion.
Okay. Grab one more detail here. Okay. I have written down the stake, and you can roll stop pulling back when you're ready.
Where do I roll that from?
It should be on your character sheet if you go over to cinematic moves.
Oh, got it. Cool.
Okay.
And then do I have to add anything to that? I just clicked it.
You check off the power. You check the power tags you're using that as power. How many tags were you using?
2.
Okay, so you actually rolled a 10, which is a great success, which is very lucky.
Should I re-roll with those added 2 because I forgot to check them?
No, it's fine. You rolled an 8, and it's plus 2 is 10, which is extremely lucky on this roll, because otherwise the stake that I had chosen was that it would completely burn out your missing piece theme. Okay, so you roll a 10, you do it, and... Okay, so... Right. You can burn out your missing piece mission identity.
Yeah, go by Bart.
And affect both of them and get them to leave you alone. But that theme will not be available to you anymore until you rebuild it, which, this being a one-shot, is probably never. Or you can hold back and only affect one of them.
I'll burn it out. I don't care.
Okay, so click the little fire icon next to those 3 power tags on missing piece. And what do you tell them?
Whoa. All right, folks, it's okay. It's okay. I don't know who this Mark Calloway person is, but this is my best personal friend, Bartholomew. And he's here to help me check out the place. I think you just have the wrong guy, and you're looking out really bad, like pointing guns at the wrong person. Like, I won't say anything, but, somebody else might.
Mm.
And then if they asked me, like, normally I'm not a narc, and I wouldn't say anything. But if they asked me, I might be honor bound to be like, yeah, that was really messed up, and I was super disappointed. But, like, if you just walk away and let the rest of the fuzz know that everything's fine, dare I say, even Happy Gilmore, then I just won't say anything.
They turn towards you looking a little bit dazed, and they both take their hands off of their gun grips, and the older officer puts the handcuffs away, and they say, yes, I guess it looks an awful lot like Mark William Calloway. These murders, they've got the surgical precision, and Mark William Calloway, he's a disgraced medical doctor, so we need to bring him in for questioning, but this is Bartholomew, not Mark William Calloway, so I guess it really looks like him, but... And they continue talking to each other.
I don't feel too bad. I get that a lot. But my name's Bart Skillion Calloway. Very, very different.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, sir. Sorry. And they get in their car and they drive away.
Maria is like standing by Mark's car. Like she was waiting for this to like all stop. And she's just kind of like looking like back and forth like she couldn't hear all of that. I think they're a distance enough away. But she's just sort of like giving like this weird look and then is immediately like writing in the notebook again about how Veronica dash mind control.
Okay. So you've escaped this, assuming you want to get back in your hearse and drive off. You probably still want to leave because there could be other units in the area or other patrols in the area. Clearly you, when you went in, alerted something. Maybe there was a silent alarm. It's a silent alarm. This is an active crime scene.
When they start walking back, Maria's gonna be like, so, I think we have to get a disguise for you, Mark.
Well, I don't plan on being seen in the light of day any much longer. So, provided we stay out of the eye of Johnny Law, we should be okay. But I do have this hat, and I open up the trunk and pull out a Billy Ray Cyrus cowboy hat.
You got a hat for every occasion.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. It's bleeding over even more.
Where do you want to go? Or what do you want to do?
Let me look at the map.
Now here's the thing. They found us here. If we try and go to the second crime scene, like if I was looking into crime scenes, I'd immediately go on to the second crime scene to keep it secured. Now, what they won't be suspecting is us hitting up that third crime scene, know what I mean?
They'll never expect us there. Classic misdirection.
Roger looks at... Well, he appears from, like, underneath a seat first. And then he looks at Veronica very... Huh, yeah.
Yeah, but can we maybe stop by my place for a minute?
Yeah, I don't see why not. As long as nobody else objects.
All right, smash cut to Maria's place.
So Maria's like looking at Mark really quickly and is like, yeah, I have an idea. And then she like runs upstairs and she's like, unlocks the door and is like, hi, Anthony. And then she kind of goes into her own room. I imagine that she like really quickly just like changes shirts at least of her own. But then like grabs like a shirt from Anthony's room and like runs back downstairs before Anthony can do anything.
Anthony is eating. It's lunchtime now. He's eating. He has got on a City Caucasian shirt and is watching the game. The other team has not shown up yet, so looks like the City Caucasians are going to be undefeated again.
Those Caucasians really can't sports, am I right?
Roger just looks sagely in the direction of the camera and says, it's almost like when the other team doesn't even have equipment, they can't really play.
Yep.
He says from inside the car while listening to the radio.
Biting social commentary. Loving this.
So Maria comes back wearing a different blue shirt. Almost as if she wears mostly blue all the time.
Like a Power Ranger.
But then she's... No one has seen Maria and the Blue Ranger in the same room before.
That's secretly her real rift is Billy.
So, she comes back and she, like, shoves a t-shirt. It's like a red t-shirt, and it has a slice of it has, like, pepperoni on one side, and then blood cells on the other side. And it says human blood cells, and on the other side it says Italian blood cells. And she throws it at, Mark, and it's just like, here, you look really suspicious wearing all red. Or all black, you should... I got, like, the other emo-ist color.
Yeah, nothing says subterfuge like a bright pepperoni shirt. Maybe this is great, and I've never been one to to refuse some kindness, but I'll change after we get to the second location, maybe.
All right, what's your second location?
Does anyone have anything against going to the second?
I forgot to mention that she also took some hairspray not hairspray, but like this. You know how there's like that spray on different color stuff?
Hairspray?
Yeah, like the hairspray that's like a different color.
Right.
This is like blue. And she's just like, with not asking Mark, just like gets behind him and starts spraying his head with it.
Mark's very protective of his hair, and
Okay.
He's not pleased with this.
Okay. So do you want to face danger?
Yes.
It may not be nighttime, but I certainly wish that you would stop this ridiculousness.
All right. So, Maria, you need to roll go toe-to-toe
Okay.
to try and get this hair spray onto him. Do you have any tags that would help you with getting hairspray onto an unwilling victim?
Part of me wants to say use of company resources or neighborhood backs her up. So if he's like trying to, oh gosh, if like he starts trying to fight her off, like all of a sudden there's like two old women that like give him like this look that are walking by.
All right, so you can tick off your neighborhood backs her up. Some old ladies might give you a stern look. And roll your go toe-to-toe.
Hold on a second. Okay, that's checked off. So I just click on go toe-to-toe.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's, wait a second. Do I get a +1 or...
You've rolled it several times now.
Oh, gosh. Oh, why didn't it pop up? Oh, my gosh. Okay. So it's the first one.
We'll go with the first one. You didn't have the power ticked on that one yet, so it was +1, so it'd be 12.
Okay.
So you managed to achieve your goal. All right, so that's a tier 1 status that's coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to face danger to attempt to avoid the tier 1 status, hairsprayed. And that's for Mark. What do you have that will help you avoid the hairspray attack?
Can I help him defend? Veronica's like horrified at somebody screwing with somebody else's hair.
I think this might be too intimate a conflict for that type of... Veronica would have to risk getting her hair sprayed blue.
Oh, you're on your own there. I'm sorry, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark is an all-out boy, and he doesn't hold back. So he got a lot of fight in him. He's also a death cab cutie. He's very tied to his aesthetic, which I think would play into his defiance for this treatment.
Now you're going to be at -1 because this was an unexpected attack on you. So put your minus over there, and then that should bring you to an overall +1 power. And then roll your face danger. Okay. Unfortunately, you have blue hair now.
Oh yeah, like blue isn't a wonderful shade that anyone can wear, and the dyed hair is totally part of it.
Well, looks like we're gonna have no problem getting caught by the cops the second time.
No, you look totally different now.
I also stand out like a sore thumb. Quite literally, if your thumb is blue.
The old ladies who were walking by with their own blue hair, they give you a little appraising look. One of them winks at you.
I do my best Marge Bouvier.
It washes out.
All right. So grudgingly, are you driving them to the second murder site or the third? What was your goal? Or are you going to the tower?
I think maybe the second murder site as well. But now I, for some reason, can't drive more than 20 miles per hour.
Okay. At the second murder site, that brings you down to the blue collar residential area. The second murder site is an apartment. So there's an apartment building. It's not roped off or anything because there are tons of people who live in the building, and only one of the units in there is the murder site. But you'll have to get past the door buzzer and figure out which apartment is Murderland.
Roger walks up to the front door and buzzes apartment 13.
Okay. Apartment 13, you get a response. Hello?
Candy's Pizza.
I did not order Candy's Pizza.
Would you like a pizza?
Is it free?
Yes.
Well, okay. And the door buzzes open.
I walk in.
As you go inside, because you buzzed 13, that's the third apartment in on the first floor, the door opens and a man walks out. He says, yes, I want my pizza.
I give him a coupon for a free pizza at Candy's.
He gives you a stink eye look and then slams his apartment door.
Awesome. I set to sniffing out some blood.
Okay. So how do you want to go about doing that? Are you going to be sneaky this time, or are you still just going to clomp around? And are you letting everyone else in?
I let everyone else in through the front door, yes.
Okay. Are you doing that sneakily or brazenly?
Sneakily.
Okay. So, we're going to do a sneak around roll. That is, when you use your abilities to do something secretly or deceptively, roll plus power. Okay, so what have you got that'll help you do this?
I can creep around without a sound.
Okay.
And would right under the door work for this? Because I don't think anyone noticed me.
Yeah, you're not going back under the door. The door's already... You already did that, right? You already came through the door.
But what if I could hide behind anything?
How's that going to help you open the door, though?
It really would. Is it still daytime?
Yeah. It was just lunchtime when you were at Maria's place, so it's probably 1 or 2 now. It's 1:30.
I think we're just rolling with +1 for creep without a sound.
All right, give it a shot.
Ooh, nailed it.
Yeah, you got an 11 there. Okay. You open the door, carefully once every few seconds to let the rest of the crew in. Nobody notices. You do it quietly enough and quickly enough that it is super effective.
I level up.
Very good.
You're the chosen one.
There you go.
He used dark type on
steel, the steel door.
Yeah, steel door.
Is the apartment or room any sort of information? Again, common knowledge on the journalist reports about the second murder.
There is. It was said to be on the second floor.
Okay. So I'll remind everybody. Well, this murder here is on the second floor, so I suggest we mosey on up those stairs.
Okay, awesome. Roger heads up the stairs.
When you get to the top of the stairs, you hear a door shut.
Did I see which?
No. But it was to the right.
Is that in the direction we're heading anyway?
I don't know. You're on the second floor. That's all the information you have.
Well, why don't you go that way and take a look? I'll gesture at any two people, and we'll go this way and take a look. See if any of these doors are taped off.
Roger goes after the sound, kind of ignoring Mark.
Veronica's gonna follow the noise as well.
Mark will go the opposite direction.
In the opposite direction, you don't see anything interesting. In the direction of the sound, you see one of the doors does have police tape over it.
Oh.
Does it look like that door could have just been opened, or is it like taped around or over the door?
It's taped around. That door, if it had just been opened, the tape would have fallen out or broken.
Got you.
Okay. You're both heading right then.
Any luck down there?
We got the... He doesn't finish the sentence, and then he goes... Like, he puts his finger over his mouth.
Mark goes, right. Runs back to you, or walks back to you.
Maria signs to them, and she asks them if any of them know sign language by signing.
Any of your characters know sign language?
Mark doesn't, but he shrugs, effectively answering the question by signing, but not knowing that he did that.
Roger speaks sign language.
Veronica gives her the Vulcan sign.
Yeah. Okay. Maria signs to Roger that she's worried about the fact that the police checked out the previous crime scene when we were looking at it. Basically just saying, like, how did they know?
Roger just, like, he shrugs and says, then let's be quick. Goes under the door.
Okay.
Hold on.
He's under the door.
Yeah, he went in.
Well, that's great. Don't open the door. Now, I'm not a police officer, but I guess that there's something going on with this door here that might alert anybody as to intrusion, and we certainly don't want to break this tape, thus incriminating ourselves.
You hear a door open behind you.
Ma'am?
Maria turns around.
There is an elderly lady standing in the doorway of the apartment across the hall. She is holding in her hand a broadsword and holding it up towards you. And she says, "You're not going to take my son."
Maria takes out her magic wand and is like, "Sorry, I'm a good fairy here."
Did Roger eat her son?
She says, "No, you go away. My son came here, a refugee. He's safe. He never hurt anybody. You're not going to send him away."
Does she, like, seem to notice that Maria took out a magic wand, or is she acting like Maria just took out a sparkly pencil?
She just sees that there's something in your hand. She doesn't seem to be responding to
Okay.
a wand. You can see her arms are trembling under the weight of the sword she's holding.
Ma'am.
Veronica's gonna point at Maria and Mark's blue hair and be like, "We're not cops."
Says, "Of course you're not cops. It's not the cops who come to take us away. It's the other ones." And,
Are you talking about the ICE?
well, they have a legally distinct acronym in this universe.
Very aware of the multiverse, this lady.
Mm-hmm. You You recall seeing on the news that there has been recently a big crackdown on refugees and immigrants in the city. People getting spirited away in the night by government agents.
Okay, let me think of an acronym. National Immigration NI.
National Narc
Okay.
Nappers.
The City Caucasians.
The Triple
Yeah,
M.
exactly. The same organization.
it's just
Oh
them.
my gosh, what happens is they're the sponsors of the team, so they name the team after themselves.
It's the City Immigration Committee, the CIC.
Sick.
That's what people have been calling it on Alternate Universe Twitter.
Okay. Hashtag CIC.
Yep.
Now, ma'am, we're not here to take anyone away. In fact, somebody dear was taken from us, and we're just trying to figure out where they went, or what happened to them. This has nothing to do with you, and your son's going to be safe.
You're going to have to convince her.
That was my attempt.
That's a move, is convince.
Oh, I see that.
When you try to talk, threaten, or seduce someone into doing something, roll plus power.
Okay, yeah. Can I be really cool about it, and kind of seductive, like Southern Charm?
Sure. Southern Charm with your nipple ring showing under your shirt.
Nipple ring doesn't show under the pizza shirt.
Oh, right. You're wearing two layers of shirt.
Tight black tee. My tight black tee that you can see through.
Okay.
But can I invoke Death Cab Cutie because I'm a handsome boy?
Right.
Trey Mysterio because people like tall and mysterious. Some people. Hopefully this lady likes tall and mysterious.
We'll see.
And Too Cool because I'm just a cool guy.
Okay. She may be duly impressed. Give it a roll.
Okay.
Okay. So you got an 8 there. And you're going to give this lady a tier 3 status. What status are you giving her?
Swooned.
Swooned. Okay.
Or the vapors.
The vapors? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I seem to have the vapors.
Oh my stars.
So that fills that track for her. She's not that hard to convince by people who aren't the police or authorities. She drops the sword with a heavy clang. No, it sticks point first into the hardwood floor in front of her. It is very
Maria cringes.
It is very obviously a real ass broadsword, like not one of these decorative House of Knives things. So she puts it down.
Hey,
And
that's a callback.
yes, there is. And she says, "Oh my, well, I come in, I suppose. Come in."
Maria shrugs.
All right. I just whispered to the door. Bye, Roger.
All right, you're gonna go and.
A little shadowy hand comes
Hold on,
out
if-
from under the door and does a thumbs up.
Roger, is it possible for you to take anyone with you?
I would have to change the game to do that.
Okay. Can I insist that Veronica go ahead of me? I just want to open a quick portal for Maria because I feel like Maria and Roger can interrogate the room while we're getting information from Lady McBroadsword.
How are you going to open a portal?
With my mind.
Have you seen the inside of this apartment?
Oh shoot, no! But I can put a hole in a thing.
Didn't you say?
So as opposed to like doing a portal.
Oh, okay.
Like I could, make the door, like have a hole in the door.
Do you want to touch the door? You were just talking about how you shouldn't touch the door.
I don't want to touch the door, and I won't like.
Maybe you should put the portal.
Like maybe the wall beside the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense to me.
Yeah, I'll do that, and it'll be a Maria-shaped hole.
Okay. So,
but a la cartoons, where I'll show you on the video. But
yeah.
You know.
So Maria has to contort herself to get through it. Okay.
She's ready, but poor dog.
Yeah, Medora
Well, I
is
guess the
going to
dog
be
could rock around.
stuck outside, I think.
No!
There's a water dish in the car. The windows are rolled down, and there's also a fan.
He's a service dog. He would have come in with her.
Yeah,
Right.
he'll be in the hallway for now. Okay, so as Maria wedges herself through this hole in the wall, we are going to transition into that apartment, and because now half the party's in there, and we'll come back to the rest of you across the hall in a minute. You're in the apartment. You can see that it's got all the trappings of, again, an active crime scene investigation. There's even a chalk outline on the ground. This is a very, very small apartment. Like it's a bachelor.
Okay. So she could tell that. Can we tell, like, what gender of person, or, like, maybe make assumptions about if it was, like, if this person has makeup here, or, you know?
You can investigate, and
Whatever.
depending on depending on your power with that, you can ask me questions equal to the power you use on it.
Okay, let me just, too many programs. Yeah, I have a couple of things I could do. Used to hunting for clues.
I will help.
Okay?
Okay, so that's a +2.
All right.
And do I say I'm burning,
Are you burning the tag?
yeah. No, I'm not, right.
I should hope not.
Okay, so it's
Okay, give it a roll.
so it's just, and then so the power plus, okay, so investigate.
Take off the tags and then add 1. Okay, so you got 3 there. Okay, so you get to exchange 3 clues for questions. And I will pick something from that list once you've asked me the questions.
Okay, so just basically like one question is, what is the general identity of this person? I'm asking, like, this first question is just age, range, possible gender leanings, and maybe job.
Okay.
Does that count as does that count as the first question, or
Who is this person is a question.
Yeah. Who is this person?
Okay. So the victim here is let's see. This person is a man. He appears to be in his late 50s. You find some pictures of him around.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have sheets on his bed. He has 2 game consoles, a very large TV that take up most of the wall of his bachelor apartment, and he has a hot plate in the kitchen and a microwave oven, which looks like it's been used to make a lot of Hot Pockets.
Okay, so there's like crusted on good old tomato sauce on the walls. I get it.
Cheese and grease all up in that thing.
Oh. Yum.
Death pockets.
So then Maria looks around, and the next question I will ask is, was there a struggle? Like, how instantaneous was this death?
All right, let's see here. So, no struggle, no sign of a struggle, no sign of forced entry or attack.
Okay, so obviously the person used a portal again.
Yeah.
Possibly. What is the other question?
You can always ask
The other question,
Roger for help if you can't. Okay, you got one? Good.
the other question might be, was this person a rift? Unless, Michael, you have an objection. Do you think that's a good question to ask?
What was your question?
We didn't.
If the person is a rift.
Oh, I think that's a very interesting.
Okay. Was this guy a rift?
There's no way to tell that. I'll let you ask another question because there's no way you could know that.
Okay. Yeah, unless unless they had. Okay, so trying to channel my inner Sherlock Holmes.
You can try to reconstruct the crime scene in some way, look for where the patterns
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, patterns. Does anything about this room like seem similar to the other crime scene?
Yes. The blood spatter is at almost exactly the same height on the wall. It is almost exactly the same pattern. It is on the same wall, on the right side wall, closer to the hallway. It's pretty much identical.
Okay. Except for the fact that, different places. Okay, so...
Yeah, there's, it's not completely identical. The blood spatter is a slightly different pattern because you can't completely control that, but it's almost identical. It's at a slightly different height because this guy was taller than Kareem. But other than that,
okay.
It's all the other elements are the same.
So Maria has out the notebook and she's kind of like talking to Roger as she writes this. She's like, so this guy lived by himself and can't really tell if he's a rift like us or not. But I mean, this looks almost exactly the same as the other crime scene. Obviously this guy must have teleported in here, slashed this guy, and, it was instantaneous.
So the tower's appearances have been on the same days as the Monday murders, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Roger looks over at Maria and says, maybe the murders are a sort of sacrifice to summon the tower.
That's always a possibility.
As you're thinking of that, we zoom out through the keyhole. The camera flips around and zooms in through the keyhole of the apartment across the way to see what's going on over here. The two of you are seated on chairs. They're patio chairs, but they're being used indoors. And the elderly lady is offering you some juice.
Thank you kindly, ma'am.
I'd offer water, but our filters aren't very good, and the water here is not, potable.
Oh, that's not a problem. Oh, your hospitality is greatly appreciated.
Who is it that you're looking for?
Now, I don't want to cop out here, but I would have looked up, the identity of the second murder victim, which would have been released, right?
It was leaked. You have only the name was leaked, no other information.
Okay.
So you know the name.
Okay.
And the party on the other side of the hallway, they know what he looks like and was like.
Okay. Well, his name?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Falami.
Falami?
Falami.
Okay. Ma'am, sorry, I didn't catch your name, miss. Would you mind telling me your name?
Yes, my name is Eniola.
Eniola, it's a pleasure to meet you, by the way. My name's Bartholomew.
Nice to meet you, Bartholomew.
Now, I was wondering, across the street lived a friend of mine, loose friend, small acquaintance. His name's Falami. I was just wondering, Falami, sorry. I was wondering if you had maybe seen any sort of weird happenstance happening before he was taken off this earth.
Oh, I was not here when that happened, but if you are truly not from the CIC, perhaps you can speak to my son.
Oh, absolutely. Your son might have saw something?
He heard something.
Well, I'd love to speak to your son, and I can guarantee ain't nobody looking like me working for the CIC. I make reference to my blue hair.
She gives you a tight smile and gets up. She leaves the room. This apartment is slightly larger than the one on the other side. It's a one-bedroom. She goes into the bedroom, and you hear the sounds of several locks opening on another door, and then more sounds of other doors opening, and low muttered voices. And then a man in his mid-20s comes out. And he looks really scared. You can see there's sweat all over him. He's shaking as he comes out into the main room. and sees you.
Oh, hi there, son. My name's Bartholomew. This is my associate, Veronica. My bestie, as it were. You look a little shaky. Why don't you take a seat? Maybe we can fetch you a drink, procure you something.
He sits down but shakes his head.
All right. Now, what's your name, son?
It takes him several tries to wet his mouth enough to be able to get words out, and they're pretty raspy when he does. He says, Orofun Milayo.
Oh.
My friends call me Olaf.
Olaf? Thanks very much. Simple gentleman like me is not very good with names, so I appreciate the assistance there. Now, Olaf, your mother here, very nice lady, kindly brought us in and said you might be willing to talk about what you heard maybe about 2 weeks ago.
The murder.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
It wasn't me.
Oh, no, I have no doubt of that in my mind. Whoever did this is an irreprehensible monster, and that can't be you. You seem like a good kid.
He sighs. I'll tell you. He was... Kolami is not a good neighbor. He's so loud. Always with his karaoke. He's so bad at it. And he was doing Girls Just Want to Have Fun again.
Oh.
For the third time that night. And I was getting ready to record him so that I could do a noise complaint. So I turned on my audio recorder. And as he got to the chorus, he stopped singing. The music kept going. But he said, "Who the hell are?" And then I heard the sound of blood hitting the wall. I have the recording here.
Now, would you mind letting my associate and I take a listen to that recording?
He goes into his pocket and takes out a tape recorder, and he hands it to you. He says, "Please take it away from me. I want nothing to do with this. I just want to live."
I imagine this is really shook you up, huh?
We are already in trouble with CIC trying to trick us into coming out of the apartment every day.
Well, I can't imagine the kind of stress and pressure you're under. I just want you to know, if there's anything me or my associate can do for you here, you say it, and we'll do our best.
Oh, maybe try to change the world.
Well, that's a lofty goal, but maybe we're on the way to do that right now.
Okay. He gets up unsteadily and goes back into the other room. He doesn't seem in the mood to talk.
All right. Now, Veronica, I don't know about you, but I think we should probably reconnect with our other friends.
We should go check it out.
Yeah. And I put my juice down, or I take my juice and I go to put it down, but then I kind of hesitate and be like, "Oh, should I put this in the kitchen, or where would you like this glass, miss?"
She takes it from you and says, "That's fine, thank you."
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your cooperation. And if anyone here asks me anything about you or your son, I'll point them in another direction. You got my word.
I appreciate it. And she closes the door behind you.
All right.
You hear the locks going on.
Did she bring the broadsword in, or is it still stuck in the floor outside?
She was inside when she dropped it. She didn't come out of the apartment at any point.
Now, the part of me that lives in a Duncan MacLeod-esque apartment really wants to take that broadsword, but I will refrain.
That's why I asked.
Here we are.
I'm sure you can get your own broadsword.
I wanted that one.
Okay.
So interesting. Karaoke.
As you step out into the hallway and the door closes behind you, we switch to the other apartment with Roger and Maria in it. Are you going to stay in there, or are you planning to leave? You can hear out in the hallway, you can hear the distinctive sound of your allies' voices.
Should I make something alive here, or do you think we're done?
I guess more information the better, but I think we're going to hear pretty much the same thing. I wonder if there are any other similarities. Since we pointed out the blood, I'm not too sure this is as random as we might.
Well, there's always gotta be something. Serial killers like to kill with a pattern. And then she's gonna, like, poke. Is the, like, hole still there?
The hole is still there unless you dispelled it, Mark.
I would have dispelled it, yeah. I wouldn't
The
want
hole is
anyone
not
walking
there
by.
anymore then.
But I'll knock on the wall when we come out in the hallway. I'll kind of give a gentle, like, shave and a haircut.
Roger, instead of replying, just goes under the door.
2 bits.
Okay.
And
Then,
Roger comes out from under the door. Okay.
as Roger comes up from under the door, I'll take that as a sign that I can reopen a hole in the wall. Put a hole in the wall, and yeah, Maria can come through.
Yeah, Maria comes back through and then gives her dog, Midoro, she gives him a treat for waiting so well.
Izuku Midoriya?
What?
My Hero Academia, it's the greatest anime.
Oh, right. No, that's on my to-watch list.
The old lady opens the door, and she sticks her head out, and she says, I hear on the police scanner they're coming. You should go.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. We're on our way.
Closes the door again, and you hear, like, the 7 locks.
Back?
Yep. Out the back, you got it.
So I guess as we're exiting, Maria is like, killed in the exact same way. I mean, the difference is height, but facing the same direction? Blood spattered? Must have just showed up.
Well, you're not going to believe...
teleported in there.
You're not going to believe the connection we found. But,
What is it?
I mean, I could tell you, but I'd rather... And then I want to say sing it to you, but, like, on the other end of a hard cut to a karaoke bar nearby. You know? Sing it to you. And then we're... No? I don't know.
Are you going to a karaoke bar
No,
to listen to this?
No, but that would have been a good scene cut. But, no.
He just pulls out a microphone.
Yeah. Sounds like both of these... hold on a second. Can I ask you a question outside of all of this?
Yeah.
Is this at all related to the or inspired by the? I think it's Indonesian My Way killings.
No.
Okay, are you familiar with them?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. But anyway,
now I have to Google this.
oh yeah, it's just a bunch of murders that occurred in the early 2000s because people who sang My Way by Frank Sinatra in karaoke didn't do it the way of the murderer, so they murdered the person. They didn't do it their way, so yeah.
Oh,
There were like
okay.
a series of deaths related to the singing of My Way.
Wow.
That's honestly one of the worst things you could play at a funeral.
But yeah, I say it looks like this victim was also a karaoke enthusiast. Now,
Are y'all going to listen to that tape?
yeah, we also got a tape, but I suggest we get back in the car before we and just get on the road so we can be safer there.
Okay, you're on the road. Because of that lady's tip, you got out there before the police arrived.
Yay.
Friendship. Play that bad boy.
Yeah, so I'll play the tape.
On the tape, you hear someone singing Girls Just Want to Have Fun very poorly, like off-tune, monotone.
Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
No, that's
not
competent.
off-tune.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And as they are getting to the chorus, they suddenly stop singing, and they say, like, who the hell are... And then there's a burst of static, really loud again. And then you hear another voice. And the voice says, "Amazing. The wizard's book was right." And there's another burst of static, and the tape ends.
Okay. How familiar does that static sound?
It's the same static you heard.
Why didn't we die?
Oh. Wizard.
I want to Google City the Wizard.
You get a link to the City Wizards, which is the pinball team.
Okay.
Oh!
And how foolish of
no!
us.
A fan review of Fred Savage's The Wizard.
Yep.
Okay.
Screenings of The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, thank God that exists.
About how many hours do we have left before the tower poofs?
At this point, I'm going to say we're heading into early evening, and you expect the tower will disappear at 1 a.m.
I think it's time.
Maria's gonna start checking her notebook to see if Merlin mentioned something about having a book.
Wait a second. Merle is Merlin?
Yeah.
She looks at Roger yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't really believe in coincidences, and this seems to be a little too suspicious. You have a book from a man named Merlin?
Well, I mean, this is his. She picks up the notebook. She's like, this was his first.
No, this
You
is...
see the camera zooms in on the cover. It says property of Dr. M. Lin.
Oh. Very good. Very good.
Wasn't he one of the victims? Earlier, I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not one of the Monday murderers. Wait, is he one of the Monday? No, he can't. He
No.
wasn't. He was one of. Okay,
He was murdered 6
he's
weeks ago.
No.
But one
Right.
of Jack.
And he was, presumably, because it was the ritualistic style and one of his organs was removed.
So Jack has been using Merlin's spells to kill even more people, but more exact timetable.
Did the voice in the tape sound distinctly masculine or feminine?
No. But it did sound familiar.
Can I make some sort of connection somehow?
Try.
I would like to. And how would one do that?
Is it
You
familiar
would
to all of us?
investigate. Nope. It is just familiar to Mark.
What? Oh my god, it's Paul
No.
Bearer. He's short.
No! Oh boy! I'm gonna murder. Okay, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just looking to see if there are any if I could help you, if there's any way I would be helping you out.
In the meantime, Matt, I'm gonna use the Power Takes Big Chauffeur and Death Cab Cutie because, I will have had contact with a lot of people, and so with my job, and also just my personality description is dashboard confessional. Like people talk to me,
Right.
And so I would be using that experience to kind of draw on to see where I recognize that voice.
Okay.
Now hold on for the crew theme.
Yep.
Can I use those tags?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, totally. Maybe would insider tip count if maybe there was something in Merlin's notebook or
Do you have surveillance equipment in your hearse?
Oh, absolutely. It's the only way I keep myself safe. I also have a dash cam,
You should use that
Yeah.
then.
Okay, I'll use surveillance equipment.
Yay for dash
Yay,
cams.
dash cams, making the world safe. Investigate?
Yep. Okay. You got a mild success. You can ask me 3 clues. But, there are going to be consequences, like there have been the last few times we've investigated and gotten below a 10.
Okay. So clues, like, can I just, like, is that not just asking questions?
Yep.
Who is it?
Someone you've driven multiple times.
Do I know the name of this person?
You would know their super username.
Okay, can I bring that up?
Yes.
And what is that?
You see their super username is Jack's Back.
Oh boy.
Oh, dang it, Sue. Why did you have to end right when I made a look in the camera like I'm on The Office?
That revelation was so hardcore it killed our call.
Okay. Jack's back. I want to, like, would I have to ask you for this clue? Oh, go ahead.
Let's pause there for a little bit. I need to take the dog out quickly.
Okay,